into this game. If it was BL for them first, I would have said this is already over.
Yeah, I would have to agree. As the yelling begins once again early, although I feel like both of these Vietnamese teams were doing it at least at the beginning. But as Elfish Guy did mention, seems like it's part of the strategy.
Yeah, has to be at this point. Getting in the heads of ranking esports, show them who's boss. But the series is not over. And if ranking was somehow to get a win out of this series now, then what a storyline that would be. So let's not count them out. It is time for Mexico. Map number 2, the choice of Carahouse after they have just won on Ankara 10-0. The most dominant map in the event so far. Surely got to be in the back of the minds of ranking, but you'd hope to forget about it and focus on the next 2.
Already ranking. They're going to do something on the GR I did not expect. Full aggression into water. 3 kills going their way, and this is the ranking we wanted to see. Not letting them get into their head and already putting that pressure onto them. Ice Cube gets the kill as well. Rambo left alone in the alleyway 20 seconds in. This is a completely new ranking.
Yeah, it's really important that they actually got that round on the board really quickly, right? It's the perfect mental reset, right? You come out of the 10-0, you think, that just wasn't our map. You have your 5-minute break. You go into the next map, and it's like, okay, new map, new me. We're going to turn over a new leaf. First round starts with, in theory, what should be a decisive victory. And all of a sudden, you're feeling much more mentally refreshed and feeling like, yep, this is actually possible to come back from. So I like the decision. I really respect the call from ranking, and I appreciate that they were able to get a very favorable trade down there in the sewer. But still, look, Rambo's not dead yet. The round's not over. Though you have to imagine this one's going to be a little bit too much for him, and that'll be the perfect start to the map for ranking.
It's looking like it. You'd see Shady, his reaction time pretty slow because he just wasn't expecting 3 people to be down there that quickly. As okay, a little miss from Ice Cube, but that's fine. Pretty low on health here is Rambo, so at the end of the day, looks like maybe it's just going to send it through water, see what happens. Maybe that's going to be the least protected area, and to start off, it will be. If he goes to B, I mean, I've seen crazier things happen, especially because they're just holding on to the sites. Rambo holding on to Small Hope, low timer in this one. He's going to go all the way around onto B.
I mean, look, if he wins this duel, it's definitely actually winnable. Is he going to get the timing onto Hugh? He will. Oh, okay. Now the round actually becomes winnable. He gets a post plant, 1-on-2. He doesn't have a lot of HP, but, you know, anything is possible. AK in hand, reload time, awkward.
No.
Fuckon's already crossed into the site. Ice Cube cleaned up. No way! Whoa, man. If he would have won that, well, I mean, the script would have been flipped. Even the fact that he gets it that close actually kind of, it does mitigate some of the momentum that ranking at least got back at the start of the round. So, I mean, it feels so long ago that that happened. And it was. He really waited the timer down. He got it back down to the 1v1. One more bullet would have done it. Man, what a nail in the coffin that would have been. In Carahouse, they're going to have to deal with the same push again from ranking. This time they're way more prepared. KT15 in will be lucky to get out of here alive. He gets one more before he drops, but that's blown up in the face of ranking in a big way.
It's a bit bizarre, though. Those are one of those pushes you really don't do that twice. It's easier to read.
Yeah.
You could tell Carahouse was set up for it, very prepared to answer and respond. So I really don't like that play call doing that back-to-back. Now they've got to go into this 3-on-2 situation. Ice Cube's already taken down to 14 health. Fotcon re-engages, though, out of the water. 2 HP, takes the kill onto Shady, but look at the remaining health. This is not looking good for ranking.
2 HP in a dream. He's got the drop here, but pistol's good enough. Good call from JRK just to clean that one up. Comes back for the C4. He's going to join Rambo, who's right in the middle back here, and that's going to do it. Rambo, nicely done to clean that one up as the shouting returns.
I would love to know what they're yelling.
Probably just nice.
I can't even understand.
Let's go.
Obviously, we're too far away, and we've got the
Also
headsets
banana.
on. Can't really understand what they're even saying even if it was in Vietnamese and I could understand Vietnamese, I don't think I could, you know, hear it properly. But I mean, yeah, I would love to know, because it could be like, you guys suck. Like, you're bad.
They all just yell that at the same time.
Yeah, I reckon that sounds fun.
I feel like in this round, ranking definitely need a good change of pace. You can still see 3 players giving their attention towards this water position. So maybe regionally, this is something they kind of go to for Carahouse, putting that water pressure on, because ranking seem, compared to normal, overly concerned with this position.
For sure. Also a bit of mid-control for ranking this time. Nade's going to land on Rambo's head, which will soften him up a bit. Ooh.
Oh.
Just around the corner. Lucas holding a nade in hand. Timing doesn't look like it's going to hurt him too much, though. Buckon round the corner, and Nevis there as well for a double, but the trades are in. Shady 2, Rambo 1, plus Shady on the assist. And again, you have ranking with an extra man to play with in this round.
You can tell that this is more standard for this region. Like, it's happening so much more with like these crazy pushes and the peaks. At least it's happening as a team, and it's not just like Ice Cube randomly looking and Humio randomly getting picked off. But yeah, it feels like both sides are expecting it, and also ranking are doing it more. And it's almost like both teams are just expecting it to happen. As, yeah, I mean, you don't have to do that, but down a member trying to get it done. Speaking of which, peeking just by himself through the 8 doors. Ice Cube is playing this position many, many times so far. Well, 3 rounds, I suppose. There's only been 3 rounds. Nice flash. Ice Cube still alive, though. Looking to take the 1v1 again, and there it is. That's the bomb. Down 20 seconds. And all he's got to do is survive. He doesn't even need to peek this one.
Yep.
And I think he has realized that now.
Yeah, this is the perfect angle to play from. You can just set up on the line with the Orm. Wait for Rambo to cross. Oh, and beautiful from Ice Cube. That's a bit more like it from ranking. And you would be having words with JRK, because he got the info and then he re-peeked, gave up the 1v1 in the 1-on-3. And that was the catalyst for it for Ice Cube. Sure, we'll see it on the replay here. Or maybe not, but look, either way, fantastic 1v3 from Ice Cube, but it does come down to mistakes from Carahouse, and you can't be making those kinds of mistakes. You just 10-0'd this team. Don't let them get back into the game. And yet, maybe it's already too late for that. Feels like Ice Cube is starting to come online a little bit. Sure, Humio is still having a slow day, but give him enough time, and he's going to find a way to make some impact happen. Maybe it's not in Mexico, but if we get to Compound, surely Humio is not going to have 3 slow maps. So for Carahouse, if you've got the boot on the neck, continue to sink it in. Don't let them up for air.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too late for that already. Shady goes down as well.
He wasn't happy with that.
Definitely not. Now it is going to be ranking. A nice advantage to work with for this one. Lucas already down to half, as well as JRK. Rambo pushing Ali solo.
What?
It's going to work out. How does he get away with the double kill and the fall off? You can't miss those trades if you're ranking.
No way.
Still got 48 health. he's fine. He's got another push in him.
That is not okay.
You can fit so many alley pushes in this player.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Slaps roof of Rambo.
Exactly. Well, okay. Falcon is at least able to trade that one back. And now that's going to even things up just a bit. Bit low on health. Some of the members of Carahouse. Now they're down a member. They're going to push in. JRK looking to push together. Dolos got the bomb underneath, and he will get isolated and taken out. JRK at least has got the angle, but he's not able to win 2 1v1s as Falcon will trade it back and get yet another round here for ranking.
Yeah, and this is where their GR side continues to be strong, and why I thought they might have a chance given they did start on this side of the map, because it's just so good for them. And we already saw them very successful against a pretty equal team, I would say, on their BL side earlier on today. So this is a really good position to be in for ranking, to try and get that confidence back, to really push this towards a 3rd map in the series. and they're starting to play a little bit more like what we were expecting. Aside from Humio, who still seems to be struggling in those aim duels, the rest of the team completely online in this one and pretty much firing exactly how they need to. Carahouse given mid control as well in this round, but I like this play from ranking much better than contesting mid.
Yep. My concern, though, is like Hugh is too good of a player to not have impact forever. He feels like a ticking time bomb. So given enough of an, enough of a runway, at some point he's going to be able to find his feet. Big stack outside of mid right here from Carahouse, or rather from ranking. And they're going to actually re-aggress into mid. Nevis, KT15, and now Hugh on the board. That's a little bit more like it. Finds himself the double, 2 headshots. And are those going to be the start of something special? Ranking now up to 4-1 and looking like a completely different team to what we saw on Mexico, or rather on Ankara. Here on Mexico, the self-belief is returning.
Perfect timing for it. Now they've got a 4-1 lead. They can really snowball this into a good map for themselves, and then it'll come down to that map 3 decision. Right now, they've got to keep it moving here. They don't want Carahouse to feel like there's any opportunity to get right back into this map. If they can continue to play safe, force these uncomfortable pushes for Carahouse, they're going to be in a really good spot.
They're going pretty quick here, trying to up the pace. Not working for that duel with Ice Cube, but getting on top of the B site here. Shady able to entry onto that one. As here's Falcon looking for some kind of pick. He is going to stop this bomb from going down for now. Making it 3-on-3 as this push. More people are coming through the back here as Humio. He is potentially online. He is extremely low, though. In a 2v2 situation, both of them in the back, they're not going to do well against 2 M4s that are just waiting to spray right through that hallway.
Yeah, I kind of like Ice Cube's decision here to go to a bit of a longer angle. That's exactly why it's a little bit easier for him to kind of work with that Orm on the long angle, though this feels like an almost impossible clutch. Lucas has every advantage and will win it for Carahouse, just as the timeout does get pulled through. So a fair bit to probably discuss here for Carahouse. Why have things changed up so hard from map 1 to map 2? Yes, we're on obviously the blacklist side of Mexico, so that makes life a bit more difficult, but ranking are looking like a completely different team, and well, so are we, and for better or for worse, then that is causing some problems. So what's the conversation here for Carahouse? What are they going to change up? Is there maybe a faster play in there somewhere? A little bit more water control, go back down to the lower side of the map. Haven't really seen that in the last few rounds. Need to see a bit of an adaptation from Carahouse, because even that round comes down to a pretty tight one, a 1v1.
Yeah, we can see here in the replay, just really solid entry onto this B-bomb site from Carahouse, and Ice Cube, unfortunately, not able to clutch that one up, but Rambo having a really good game so far, 116 ADR, and he's been one of the missing components in every match leading up to this. He really wasn't a big fragger in anything we've seen so far, but today, really stepping up to make sure they can make it happen, even though Dola, outside of the previous match, hasn't been that valuable in this one. Hasn't really needed to be fair, up until this point, but now they really need him to start showing what he can do as well on this BL side, but it is still a very GR-sided map at the end of the day, so 3 or 4 rounds here for Carahouse isn't a bad place to be, and they certainly know that here.
Wow, that's a keyboard.
That is a choice you could make. Yeah, lots of different colors, looking pretty cool. Here comes Carahouse underneath once again. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Kyle. I think that it's a big round to take. If it goes 1-5, then you're not feeling too confident. But 2-4, and now some aggression. They're going to isolate Ice Cube. They know the second guy's behind the box, and immediately all this pressure just comes through mid, and you see that ranking is not able to do anything about it.
I like that a bit more from Carahouse, right? It kind of feels like they're backing themselves a bit more in this round. They've just said, you know, we need to play with confidence, right? We proved that we're the better team on Ankara, and why are we sort of playing any other way, actually, in Mexico here? Let's just try to take a few aim duels and trade down and make sure our spacing is pretty good, and that's exactly what they do there. I mean, obviously, spacing doesn't matter, trading doesn't matter if you don't lose a player, but it's a better looking round from Carahouse, and they're looking a bit more like what they did on Ankara, which is exactly what they would want. Now KT15 and Nevis to try something, but it's just not going to happen. So 3 on the Blacklist side is starting to look a little bit more respectable.
Yeah, I feel like for Carahouse, they've got the momentum back on their side after a round like that. No players going down. They've got to keep being equally aggressive moving forward to kind of keep their opponents intimidated in the situation, because we've seen how Ice Cube shoots when he's not feeling like he's on the same level as his opponents. So I think they need to keep him with his back against the wall if they want to keep winning in the same fashion. Humio as well, still only 3-6. He had one good round there. But Carahouse, they can keep throwing these aggressive plays to keep them on their toes. You can see ranking. They are playing forward in mid this time, but Carahouse, they've got a lot ready to go here in the alleyway towards A.
Let's see how good they can execute this one. Flashes over the top. Humio going to be critical here on the backside of this. He is able to survive for a while. And Dola, the only one to pick up a kill. This is totally stopped on that push, and ranking will pick up a 5th round. And feel pretty good about that defense.
Yeah, Falcon coming in with a lot of frags in that round. This is all while everyone's trying to shoot Humio. He gets a 3K, so sure, Hugh didn't actually get a kill, but he kind of had an impact there.
Just exist.
Yeah.
Just taunt the enemy team.
Just be the decoy.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Be the punching bag. Irresistible, really.
Better than not doing that and not providing anything for the team. So Falcon able to step up there and help out. And now 3-5. Carahouse desperately want to get this extra one just to put themselves in a better position for the second half. Would feel so nice to go in 4-5. Whereas ranking, they've been putting up a nice show so far from the GR side. And certainly could just run away with 6.
I do like the setup, though, from ranking in this round. Putting Ice Cube on that forward position. He's able to find one. Nevis holds for the double as well. And Carahouse, they're not looking too good in this one. Shady at least gets the kill onto Fotcon, but it's only a 2v4 to work with. Shady has to get aggressive to try and get this bomb back as well. The mid players having control over it for ranking.
6-3 would feel like a pass score. So it's still pretty important for ranking to ensure that they can convert this one. Carahouse, I dare say, on their global risk side, are not going to be feeling too bad about at least getting 3. Gives you something to play with. Rambo with a tough ask to make sure this one gets over the line. Should be peaked by Nevis on that angle in just a second. And so 6-3 is the scoreline at half-time. It's obviously far better for ranking than what they had on Ankara. But it's definitely not enough to guarantee a map victory here.
Yeah, I feel like Carahouse still have a lot to offer on the GR side. 6-3 for the GR. Pretty standard here on this map. So it's potentially overtime in my eyes, given the scoreline, assuming Carahouse starts off strong on this side of the map. And there's not going to be much hesitation so far, pushing forward for that mid control. And it's actually Fotcon, though, who takes down Dola right away, getting aggressive alone there. So it works out for him.
Just charging up alley, not something that Carahouse expected. Only got one sole individual in mid as well. I'm not really sure I'm a huge fan of that position from Lucas. If ranking decided that they wanted to push their way into mid, I think he's a dead man, and there's no way that he's going to be able to get out of there alive. But ultimately, ranking don't make that decision, so he's not punished for it. And Rambo, with the re-aggression on Ali, is able to bring down Nevis, forcing us back to the 4-on-4. JRK and Rambo well prepared for this push in through mid, and I think you guys were right in your assumption that the water plays are a regional specialty, because there's just no way you would see that much attention being put on that part of the map in another matchup.
I think this is the start of the Carahouse road to victory. It starts off with this, but I love how Rambo's trying to get really proactive on the alley part of the map. He picks off one, immediately repositions, is reading the play, and they totally shut down the aggression. Going to take some confidence out of ranking here, starting off on the BL side. And yeah, the second you start to get closer from GR and you pick up some rounds, I mean, we saw how strong Carahouse looked on this one against Kangarna. And yeah, it's a different team, and Kangarna were a bit predictable, sure, but I mean, both these teams are so good on the GR side of this map that I think if Carahouse can start off strong at all, even just one round that looks really good like that, might just be the beginning of the road to victory.
Yeah, Carahouse, I like the way they play this map as well on GR, just because they don't overemphasize mid-control. It's usually just like one player holding on to it, which is a lot better than going for those three-man stacks, fully committing and peeking into mid. It's a little bit lower risk, but you still have that main point of contact that ensures they can't just basically holistically take control of this side of the map for free. So it's going to be up to Humio, I think, in this round to help them find an opening. He's kind of lurking in the water. Pre-fires a spray there, but he's just trying to pull players towards water, and it's not really working. This nade actually lands right on top of FotCon. Shady quickly follows it up, and now they're kind of just completely compromised here. They've got to back off ranking. They go for the full reset into mid, and this is where Lucas has a lot of value in this position. But still, Ice Cube goes for the swing onto him, takes him down.
Oh, Rambo's going to push water. Oh, I love that. Oh, that is... If he keeps going, that's really a nice play.
Yeah, the timing is perfect. Because you wouldn't expect anyone to check it at this time. And you know the push is going to be slow. And he's going to get two in the play. You could see he was waiting. He was waiting for the exact right moment. He gets it done, and he will secure this round almost definitely for the team. Picks up a third because why not?
That's kind of hot.
And yeah, no, I can agree. Carahouse, pretty sick stuff in the last couple of rounds. This is what I meant. This is maybe the beginning of Carahouse fulfilling their destiny of facing off against X-Rock.
Yeah, the crazy thing within all of it, too, is Dola's been quiet these two maps. They haven't even needed him yet to get these rounds. If he steps up, it's only just icing on the cake at this point. So Rambo continuing to have a chance at impact in this round. Knows they're pushing up. Water spots the barrel. Already able to find one. Gets the double kill. Rambo looking for more. Misses the third shot. Doesn't matter to them. They got the advantage. Nevis, I don't know why he's trying to re-peek into this. Maybe to steal that bomb back, but it is not going into their hands. Lucas wants to swing right into it, but this could be a mistake here. FotCon gets the kill. At least Dola is able to trade, but Nevis, he has a chance to grab the bomb and get out now.
Why has Lucas just walked in there on his own to try to take a 1v2 fight?
It's very opportunistic, and he's reloading as Rambo's in their base again. This guy is everywhere. You can't get away from him. And very nice timing once again. I don't think that you can push there and then realize there's too many people and then start to try to run away. That just didn't look very good. Drop the bomb as well. But yeah, Red once again on the push, and that has never really worked for ranking on both sides.
3 on the trot, though, for Carahouse, and all of a sudden any weighting towards this map leans quite heavily toward Carahouse, although I'll retract my statement for a second, because this is certainly looking like it's going to be a dominating round from ranking. That was over before I even basically finished my my thought. So evidence, yeah, that ranking can win rounds on this attack, but I'm just not really seeing the nuance in this attacking side from ranking so far. It's pretty much been, we're going to hold the W key somewhere in water. It didn't work, but they just walked into the A side, and again, they're going to go W key straight into mid by the looks of things, and yeah, it can work, but you're really relying on being able to frag out, and particularly finding those entry frags is important. FotCon, every opportunity there, he actually provides enough of a distraction for Nevis to slide in with a kill. He's on the side, but the C4's stuck in mid, and unfortunately for both these ranking members, they're stuck in isolated 2v1s. FotCon should go down here. Good trade, though, from Nevis. He hustled to get there for that refrag. But it is now a 1-on-1, which is favorable for JRK. He's got the HP advantage at least. And he also still is in control of the bomb.
Yeah, JRK, this is a huge round, though. It's a must-win. If Nevis somehow steals this away, they move to 8. and then things really start to look good for ranking on this side of the map with 2 in a row. If you keep it even, though, especially after trailing most of the first half, it's got to be a really good sign for Carahouse to push forward.
He's in a good spot.
2-0. He does have a good spot here. JRK, I don't think he's going to be checked, but Nevis, if he can sneak this bomb in and out really quickly, maybe not going to matter, though. JRK gets the peek onto him, and it's around for Carahouse. A very loud one at that.
Yeah, they're feeling it now, and that's a big one. You know, they got rolled over on A in the last one, and it ended in like 20 seconds, and then they read the fact that Ranking was going to do it again. They responded much better, even though the push was quite effective. Like, Ranking got pretty close, and even Flakon is like in A, just flanking them, getting crazy angles, and yet still they were just barely able to hold on and take the round, and that's got to be a big boost to morale at this point in time. So, yeah, ties it up, and still, again, really liking the chances here for Carahouse. Ranking Gaming, it feels like their gambit it's kind of running out of steam.
Yeah, and the entire conversation around this series is ultimately, if it's a 2-0, especially for Carahouse, why did Ranking pick Ankara, right? Because they've been competitive here on Mexico, but you'll never know how this series could have played out had they actually gone toward a map which they haven't lost 10 times in a row against Carahouse. It just seems like a ludicrous pick in hindsight. You know, why didn't they pick Compound, right? But we will never know. We'll never get to know unless they 2-0, or sorry, unless they can go up 2-1.
Reverse sweep
the series. Like a little bit of me really does want to know. Like I really do want to know actually if Ranking is actually the worst team in this matchup, or if they just for some reason completely threw the pick and ban. Because I mean, you can't make an argument for Ankara at this point anymore. But yeah, onus is on Ranking to at least force this through to Compound to make a competitive series.
Well, how about a water push?
I mean, done it before. That hasn't worked, but this timing is a bit different, right? They've done it early in the round. This time they've actually decided to do it quite late in the round, and so Carahouse have kind of rotated off. Have been spotted out early by Rambo, but he's lost his head, and now it's on to Shady, who doesn't quite land his shots, and Dola also falls. So decisive stuff from Ranking, and once again, they are in the driver's seat. 7-8.
Yeah, I still feel like if they don't have a good aggressive push, though, together, they have no chance. There's no start of round that has been slow that has worked out for them. It's really just coming down to these quick team fights where they have a slight advantage when it comes to the gunplay they bring to the table. And a lot of that's due to Ice Cube switching off of that AWM, I think. It's helped quite a bit on this side of the map, and he's still up at 14 kills. Carahouse, though, you can tell they're slowing things down a little bit here, not playing quite so far forward. It's a good change-up to really put that extra pressure onto Ranking, because even though they have a one-round lead, getting these final 2 rounds for Ranking, as we've seen historically, can be quite the challenge.
Yeah, that unlucky number 8, perhaps, for this team, although lucky in many other aspects. What is going to occur from this point in time? This is such a crucial one. If Ranking can get over the line to 9, then they get, you know, even potentially a chance at overtime, a chance to play GR again. You never know what happens from there.
Yep.
But if Carahouse win 1 or 2, I don't think it's going to look good. Let's see. Dola's got a pretty nice angle here, as it does look like potential aggression through from the side of Ranking. Here it comes. They do isolate Dola immediately, and Shady comes out. He hits 1, but only 1, as the aggression is good once again from the side of Ranking.
Ooh. Is it a map 3 on the cards? Are we still on for the correct prediction, boys? I don't know.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. You know, I don't want to... Look, okay, just for anyone who's watching at home, we get the same bus back to the hotel as the Chinese casters, and I don't think I could face that if we all predicted Ranking. They all pretty much predicted Carahouse, and then Ranking just got boomed 0-2 after losing 10-0. I don't want to face that reality. Let's go, Ranking. Yeah, the boys.
I think they might do it here. I mean, they've got the momentum now on their side. Out of the last 4, they've gotten themselves 3. And this is where we've seen a team like Carahouse crumble quite a bit. When things are going great, they can keep that momentum comfortably. But when a couple rounds go against them, they generally get pretty streaky on their losses.
Definitely feels possible for ranking now. But this is where Carahouse have to dig deep. They can force it to OT, then the momentum again shifts back in the favor of Carahouse. So, important couple of rounds right here for ranking.
But those executions have been really clean. Like that attack in through A, it was pretty dry. I mean, they just kind of just ran in the front door. It was only Dola and Shady on the site, and maybe just dragging enough people away from the site. Kind of an interesting nade there. With some of the aggression they put in through the bottom, through the water, and yeah, just pulling apart Carahouse and really committing. Once you're going in, you're not wasting any time. And that's the way it's got to be, especially on a map like Mexico. You don't really have a lot of options if you are a bit slow. So let's see if they can get just one more. They only need one more rush like that in the next 3 rounds, or 2.
He's going to go down. The trade, though, is successful. Lucas makes sure they at least hold the equal numbers for now. Nevis gets caught alone, pushing out of the water. Rambo finds one as well, but he only has 10 HP to work with, quickly taken down in the trade fire. Humio and Fotcon looking for a big play, and Humio, he wants to go for the fight onto JRK, hits the headshot as well. They want to finish this now here. Fotcon on the wraparound. Is he going to get the shots, though? It doesn't matter. He has the support from Humio. Can Humio do it? Yes, he can. 10-7 ranking. Tie the series up.